Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Luna's offer for Will. Brooke has no compassion for Hope according to the preview video for the upcoming week of the bold and the beautiful Luna Nozawa makes an offer to Will Spencer, and Brooke Logan will not feel sorry for Hope Logan. In the opening scene of the weekly promo, Luna talks to Will at Il Giardino, and says that his family has been amazing to her. After saying that she would like to do the same, Luna and Will exchange smiles. Could Will, like Bill Spencer, genuinely get to know Luna and strive to find the positive aspects of her? As Luna puts on the charm and tries to win Will over, she will be relying on it. Hope will urge Carter Walton not to allow the Forresters to tear them apart at work by reminding him that they are a team. Since Hope's line was just shelved by Steffy Forrester, Hope is now counting on Carter to support her and leave the house as well. Carter, however, will not be so eager to depart because doing so might turn the Forresters against him once more. By prioritizing his work over his romance, it appears that Carter will effectively support the Forrester family. Because of Carter's lack of loyalty, Hope might immediately dump him and then sob to Brooke. Brooke sheds a few tears in the weekly preview video, but they are primarily irate ones as she snaps at her kid. Brooke will lash out that she has no sympathy for Hope until she owns up to her part in the takeover fiasco. Steffy will be informed by Daphne Rose that Carter will never be aware of their scheme. Carter won't want to know that Daphne came to Forrester Creations in order to ruin his romance and regain control for Steffy's family. It's understandable why Daphne would be nervous given that her deceit could destroy the bond she has built with Carter. If Carter learns the real truth, Daphne might anticipate that he will never forgive her. Since Steffy will see how much Daphne has fallen for Carter, she might assure him that he won't ever have to know that Daphne was a plant. Keep checking back for updates on the stunning news that is coming Carter's way, as he will undoubtedly find out the truth nonetheless. Another showdown between Hope and Steffy according to previews for the way the bold and the beautiful, Hope and Steffy are refusing to back down and are digging in their heels. I hope Logan finds it hard to comprehend how effortlessly things have fallen apart. She eventually forced Steffy Forrester Finnegan out of her position at Forrester Creations and had Carter Walton under her thumb. It was a welcome change of pace for Hope after years of Steffy's brutal dominance. She wasn't prepared for Carter to turn on her and give in so readily. What was he contemplating? Is she truly just another man who says he will do everything for her, including walking to the end of the world, only to alter his mind a few months later? She has already gone through this with Thomas Forrester and Liam Spencer. When Steffy attempts to make sure Hope for the future never sees the light of day again on Wednesday, Hope is prepared to fight him to the death. Hope is unwilling to part with all she has worked so hard to achieve. Hope will never again be allowed near Forrester Creations, according to Steffy. After what Hope done, she finds it incomprehensible that Ridge and Eric Forrester decided to continue Hope for the future. Even though her line is suddenly profitable again, she is still a liability as a person. If necessary, Steffy is prepared to fight Hope and even eject her from the building once more. For years, Steffy has been plagued by that woman. She attempted to steal a second husband after stealing her family's business. She is unreliable. Steffy demands things. She takes her grievance directly to the source when her family doesn't listen. Steffy and Hope put each other on notice because they are prepared for war. A new epic fight is about to start, so the Logan and Forrester clans had better be on guard. Steffy and Hope's intense battle. The bold and the beautiful reveals that Sheila Sharp and Luna Nozawa are planning their next move, while Steffy Forrester and Hope Logan will engage in a heated altercation. When it comes to the Forresters having to kick Hope out, Steffy will first dig her heels in. Steffy will insist that her opponent must leave since she doesn't trust Hope and doesn't think she has a place at the company anymore. A significant altercation is imminent since Steffy will soon have the opportunity to confront Hope about it. As these well-known opponents square up, there will be a lot of suspense. Carter Walton never received anything in paper despite his negotiations with Ridge and Eric Forrester about maintaining Hope's line. Since Hope doesn't trust the Forresters any more than they trust her, she wasn't happy to hear that news. This is particularly true for Steffy. Therefore it's understandable why Hope and her will argue about Hope for the future and her future position at Forrester. Hope may eventually feel tempted to leave all of this drama because of course, she doesn't really want to follow Steffy's instructions. Depending on how everything works out, Hope's relationship with Carter and her career at Forrester Creations may come to an end. Zen Forrester Dominguez and Daphne Rose will talk about all the most recent Forrester news in the interim. Zen will receive information about his family's return to power and speculate on Hope's destiny. Sheila and Luna will need to decide what to do next. Sheila was ecstatic to discover that Luna was indeed her granddaughter. As a result, they will now form a true family that will endure. Since Steffi is preventing Sheila and Luna from getting to know John Finnegan, they might become friends over a strategy for retaliation. There will undoubtedly be unexpected challenges in Luna and Sheila's alliance, so they should plan ahead and anticipate their next phase quickly. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi will ultimately lose it over Sheila and Luna's new friendship, so tune in. Sheila furiously attacks Deacon at Luna's apartment? According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna Nozawa has turned to Sheila Carter sharp. Everyone else has written the young woman off, even though she needs a place to stay. After the grandma bomb goes off, Sheila may feel some sympathy for Luna despite her disgust at her misdeeds. Despite her good intentions, the server might lose Deacon Sharp as a result of this treason. Let's discuss the options after you finish reading. Luna has nowhere to reside even though she is now free. In order to fix the young killer, Bill Spencer took the appropriate actions. The publishing tycoon appeared to be attempting to help her in some way. Luna seemed to have changed in the end, although I'm not sure if this is genuine. Being rehabilitated while under house arrest is one thing. Being able to maintain one's reform while living in the real world is a quite different matter. Luna went to the only other person she knew who had a genetic connection anyway. Sheila, her paternal grandma, is that individual. Actually, this was a very astute approach. For starters, Sheila's greatest desires are love and family. She has Deacon, of course, but she truly wants to have genetic ties, like John Finnegan always does. Therefore, it would be more challenging for Sheila to reject a family member, even a murderer. Sheila wanted to call the police when she first spotted the young woman in Il Giardino. Luna also dropped a shocker after explaining that she had been pardoned. In the weekly preview clip, Sheila appears excited, but perhaps this is an act. Maybe Sheila tells Luna it was a farewell kiss or something after their kiss. Luna might present a strong argument after Sheila recovers from the shock. The server may not be able to send Luna away, particularly if she uses the family trauma card. Fans are aware that Deacon's restaurant contains an apartment, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. After Deacon and Sheila moved out, it was occupied by a number of other people. Remy Price most recently. Most likely, the unit isn't being used at the moment. Would Sheila be able to give Luna the flat under certain restrictions? Deacon has stated on several occasions lately that he always associates Penelope Poppy Nozawa with the deaths of Tom Starr and Paul Hollis Hollister. Sheila is likely aware that she cannot yet inform Deacon about her granddaughter. Or the flat. Deacon will lose his temper when he learns. Could Sheila's marriage and life be destroyed by her good deed? Carter as though he had no personality and was a blank slate. Hope feels the family forced him to return Forrester Creations, but the Forresters think he was misled into doing so. Although Ridge and Steffi are adamant that Hope was the little devil on Carter's shoulder who suggested that he steal the business, they might not be entirely mistaken. Her response was telling when Carter eventually told her that he tore up the LLC documents that put him in command of Forrester. When Carter broke the news to Hope, you could just see what was going through her mind. Although she didn't express it out, her anger and displeasure gave the impression that she was more worried about the consequences of his behavior for her. She turned apoplectic, displaying a face of utter horror and disbelief that expressed her fear of what might happen to Hope for the future. Perhaps the Forresters were correct when they said that she was manipulating the situation for her personal gain, even though Carter is obviously capable of independent thought and considers the advice he has provided. However, if she doesn't receive what she wants, she and Cater might not be together for very long. Hope will be looking for a new job if Steffi gets her way, and she will then fire Carter because he is no longer needed. Hope is undoubtedly in self-preservation mode right now, so she's likely to put her feelings for Carter on hold. Her rage toward Carter is only going to become worse before it gets better, and she is currently in a panic and anticipates being thrown out. She will most likely be venting her rage on Carter at any moment because as he gave the news, her face went a fiery red and her head appeared to be about to burst.